everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline and today I wanted to do some makeup with you. I'm just gonna put my hair back. I actually just got home from work and I have a few new things that I wanted to test out and I want to show you how you can do like a really quick everyday look that's good for wearing under a mask and that just kind of focuses on, I guess, what's important. At least what's important to me and how to also be kind of kind to your skin. So I'm actually just going to use a bit of essence. This one is the Clarins Super Restorative Treatment Essence, almost as like a micellar water, but just to wipe off any surface dirt, debris, dead skin, etc. on the surface of my face. I have no self tanner on and boy, I really feel like I need it. It would make me feel a little more alive. So I think that's going to be the plan for Sunday evening, is to give a bit of a tan on my skin. So this is the essence right here. I'm going to do some triple vitamin C. Since I didn't fully wash my face, I'll just do a little bit of serum. Ugh, my breakouts have been really just everywhere. It's not obviously like that red and stuff. Always excess goes on the back of my hands. But yeah, I think I need to do some masking this weekend, so hopefully that helps. Now, after that, I'm going to show you a little bit of like concealer and covering up the skin, and then I'll get into the new stuff. This L'Oreal Visible Lift CC Under Eye Roller is really lovely, and it is so bright. It has that nice cool feeling too. So I'll use that a lot and then just tap that in. I'm going to be using this product next. It is the Avon High Protection Sunscreen Foundation. So I'm not going to be out in the sun for the rest of the day, but might as well just show you the coverage. So you can use a sponge in here. I'm just going to dab this product on with the sponge, and it is dark, you guys. You can tell it is dark. I'm just going to go kind of above where the mask would be, but I'm not going to bring it down here. So I'm just going to really lightly kind of brush that across my face. And I wouldn't say this actually has anything but like a regular finish. It's not super mattifying. I don't find it to make me very greasy. I think the finish is perfect. Just very normal. And the fact that it is quite yellow, I find works so well throughout the day to just block any redness from coming through. The moment I use something that's too light, like as if I use this concealer all over my face, my redness and just any kind of problem spots come through so strongly. So that's beautiful, really light layer. And then if I do have any targeted areas that I want to conceal, correct, these magic wands from Avon are so good. Love them. So with that mirror here, I'll just dot this right onto any blemishes. And this one in the color Marshmallow is the perfect tone for my skin. And you can see here, I'm literally just tapping it. And it is a very firm product, but this allows me to really just stipple the product where I need it. And then I literally don't even blend it in much. I'll just kind of maybe use my finger a bit. And that keeps your hands off your face. So that's really important when you're trying to banish breakouts and stuff, and this is good even to touch up throughout the day, and if you ever want to sanitize it, just wipe it with some alcohol. But honestly, this gives me the perfect level of coverage. I can even do a little bit around my nose. Again, I'm going to try and leave the makeup away from this area for the most part. I'm just going to target those spots that I really need, and since this is literally my skin tone, you don't need to do a full layer to get coverage. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I have some breakouts down here. I would do the exact same thing with the stipple motion, but as mentioned, I'm just going to leave that for now. If you do want to get a little bit of contour on, this one in like Amaretto is just a darker contour, so I would just put that on and blend it in with that sponge. Really nice. For blush though, I need a little bit of blush. Even if I'm wearing a mask, I think this is an amazing product. This is a liquid blush from Armani. So it comes out on this doe foot. I have it in the shade 30, and I'm just using this skincare brush from Quo, and I'm literally brushing the bristles over just that doe foot. You can see it on the brush here, and just tapping it in. These synthetic skincare brushes, well, this one in particular has kind of like a cup shape to hold product, whether it's you know, a mask or your moisturizer. I love it for these liquid blushes because it just puts it on perfectly. I was having a lot of trouble with this because with your fingers I find it gets so patchy, but boy, with this brush it is perfect. Any extra just goes on like the forehead, the nose, and this stays on forever. I was really skeptical about this at first. I'm sure you can find other long wearing blushes from the drugstore and stuff, but guys, honestly, that one is so, so nice. Now for some eyes. I know eyes are like the only thing you see when you're wearing a mask. So I have these Avon Glimmer Shadows from their FMG collection here. And I've kind of segmented them into two shade families. So I have the more cooler tone, so this pink and more of a taupe color. So I'll do an eye look with those separately, and I'll maybe insert some photos here of the swatches and everything. Really easy. You can just apply these directly to the eye. I'm doing like the lighter shade in the center part of my eye. This is actually more of like a skin tone. They didn't send me any light shade, so I can't really get a highlight with this, but this is a nice shade for just over the lid. I'm kind of disappointed because these do crease on my oily eyelids, so they're not going to dry down to a budge-proof finish. So that's where you're going to want to look to a brand like Charlotte Tilbury, for example, to get that real budge-proof finish. This one is also quite nice. Honestly, oh yeah, this one is a little bit darker, so I'll just do a dot in the center. So I'm just going to blend out that neutral tone right in the center of my lid, and then going in with this dark shade, guys. Look how much comes off on the brush. That's definitely another downside to these. I don't think I would strongly recommend them simply because they are creasing and I don't love that applicator. But then with that dark brown, look at that pigment in that color. Really nice. I'm just going to blend that underneath the eye, any excess that I have. Really pretty, and just give a real nice smoky effect. You almost just want to stamp it with your finger where you want that smoky look. A great benefit to these is that they can be played with. You can really move them around easily. They don't get patchy. They will shear out, but you can really play with them nicely, and then they'll dry down. If you do have normal skin or dry skin, these would be really nice actually on like a drier skin. If you don't experience much creasing, these would be great for you. For lips, I have these two FMG Ink High Gloss Lacquers. I was really hoping these would be lip stains or long-lasting lipsticks when I got them, but they are gloss, so they will come off on a mask. But two of the shades I have here are really nice. This beige tone in Frozen Beige is very cool. I will say that you need to be wearing some makeup with this beige type of tone if you are my skin tone, because I find it makes you look a bit sick if you don't. I also prefer less is more with these. I'm not going to be putting on a thick layer, but they are so nourishing. This is the type of product I'd keep in my purse and use in lieu of a lip balm, you know? It really gives you that nice moisturizing finish. I'm going to use my CoverGirl Lash Primer. This is a pretty good one. And I'll just do a bit of mascara. This is supposed to have building fibers in the formula, so I think I kind of noticed that. It almost just looks like the lashes are dusty. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it works pretty well. So the one biggest thing I find, the biggest benefit I find with my lash primer is that it does make my mascara smudge less. I'm not using waterproof mascaras. On top of that, I'm using my Stila XXX mascara, and it keeps it in place and helps it just stay there, you know, because then it's that barrier between like the oils and the mascara. So it is great for longevity, and I find that I can use less mascara because I don't need to kind of build up as much volume. And on the lower lash line, I'll just use a bit. Other eye. Does it help with curl? Probably a bit. Also, I think the lash primer is just less heavy as well on the lashes, so they're not kind of weighed down as much, so I think that helps in terms of curling, just gives them that volume and bulk without weighing them down like a dark mascara will. Look at that, this mascara is really nice. And now you can tell, you know, just that bright concealer under the eyes. I didn't even use a corrector, right? It just gives my skin a really fresh, healthy finish. Now for brows, I have been loving the Ka-Brow from Benefit. So it comes with this great little brush. I just dip it right into the pot and then kind of smoosh it throughout the bristles. I haven't washed this brush yet, I probably should, but I find that if you use it just for one product on clean skin, you don't have to worry too much about washing. I'm gonna start by drawing a line from the front all the way through, and then I start filling in the center portion of my brow just in these really light feathery motions, and then fill in the back. You can tell I haven't really touched the front yet, so now I'm gonna go into the front with whatever's left. I used to start right at the front of my brow first, and that would give me this really unnatural look. So when I went to get my brows done at the Benefit Brow Bar, she told me, you know, fill in that center bit first where your brows are naturally fuller, finish the tail, and then go back with whatever is left, any excess, to do the front. And that was honestly such a game changer for me. Amazing. So I'm doing the same on the other side. I dip back in, and here we go. Hopefully you can see. I just do that one line to kind of get my shape going. And then I do my feathery strokes to fill in the center of the brow all the way out to the tail. This brow is a little bit wonkier. There we go. And then I kind of flip it vertical and then just really blend in the front with whatever excess I have, so it's not super dark. It's really just a nice shadow continuation, and that gives you the gradient look. So this is the final look, you guys. It is the perfect everyday routine, and if you want to speed it up, of course, get rid of the eyeshadow, and you could omit the brows too if yours are pretty full, but I think it looks really nice all together. I did want to show you this more pink shade and how it comes off on the skin. Again, they are quite gloopy. That's a bit of a problem with these applicators. I'm just gonna put it right on top, and it gives you this really pretty bubblegummy pink vibe. Again, they are so moisturizing, but you do need to be careful because if they get too thick looking, that's not natural in my opinion. You can always blot with a tissue, but this one's pretty, and I find actually with this one, when it dries down, it almost gets darker and more of like a hot pink. It does leave behind a little bit of a stain. So this is something that you'd want to use maybe at home on Zoom calls if you are experiencing some dryness around the lips with winter time coming around. I find our homes are getting a bit more dry with the heating coming on, so this is a nice alternative. This is everything. I'll put my glasses back on to show you like the full look. But yeah, let me know what you think, and then just toss on your mask. Of course, you'll still see the makeup from here up. I've pretty much left this portion of my face completely uncovered. If you did want to use some concealer on any blemishes you might have, I just recommend using a translucent powder on top. Revlon Candid is really good. That's a loose powder, just gives this nice finish. Avon has a really nice one as well from their gemstone collection. They're all over the place. Just get a drugstore powder, dot it on after you've done your concealing, and you should be good to go with very minimal transfer onto a mask. Let me know if you guys have any questions or requests from me, what you think of this really fast look and all of the new goodies from Avon, and I will see you in my next one.